We're going to talk to Cade. Yes, I hit the right one. Hi, Cade in Texas. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys doing?
Good. Doing all right. Just got to get my aim right. I got to get that stick drift, corrected. Yeah. So what's up today, Cade?
Well, I lost my father about 4 months ago in a pretty tragic accident, and my stepmother and kids from my dad's marriage are very extremely Catholic, and a lot of my peers are religious. I mean, I'm from Texas, so you got kind of all that going on, and it's been really tough trying to cope because a lot of people have just been telling me just pray about it and God has the answers to everything, and I just don't really know what to do as far as like any advice to go from there.
Right. Go ahead, Kelly.
I was going to say, I lost my mother in September, so I kind of get an idea of where you're coming from. So, yeah, I kind of got tired of the same thing too. I even had she had a little stained glass turtle that was hanging in the window in her house. And after she had passed, me and my sisters, I have 4 sisters, we were all at her house with my younger brother, and talking about what we were going to do with all this stuff. And I just took the little stained glass turtle and said, this is all I want. I don't want anything else. I just want something to remember her by. And I brought it back and I put it in the front window of our store. And about a week later, the sun was setting and it just hit the turtle right. And it just glowed from the sunlight hitting it from the right angle. And I had all these people telling me that was God showing me that he was taking care of my mom, or my mom telling me she was good in heaven and stuff. And yeah, it does seem kind of bullshitty because none of that stuff is true, right? Or at least it's not true for you, but it does bring comfort to them. And even though it's hard to keep hearing it over and over and over, and another thing you're probably sick of hearing is it'll get better with time, right? And it's just right. Yeah, see, I knew I called it. I heard that little giggle. I knew I called that one because that was like every 30 minutes somebody was saying that to me, it seemed like. And the only thing I can say is that it's true. Eventually people will stop saying this stuff to you. And in that respect, at least it does get better with time, is that that people will stop hitting you with these things. So I really feel for you, man. I wish I could do something to make you feel better. I really do. Cause like I say, I just lost my mom. So I get where you're coming from. So, I mean, if there was anything I could say, I would say it, trust me.
Yeah, Cade.
I really
do. Does your family, whoever's giving you, are talking about prayer with you? Do they know that like you don't believe, or like are they doing this in spite of like them knowing that you don't believe?
Yeah, no. Only 2 of my friends. I've been atheist for about 4 years now, and it's one of those things where it'd be better just to keep it to myself than go tote it. And I've just been going along with it for, as long as they can remember. But it's just it's hard when you're trying to grieve and mourn, and then you have that constant like, hey, this is why. And it's like, yeah, but not really. So, yeah, nobody really knows that I'm atheist.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I would then echo what Kelly says about this, and that, they are just trying to deal with it the best that they can. And so like the best that they can do is when they're feeling helpless and everything is to pray to God. And so I feel like they're just trying to, tell you what works best for them in hopes that it'll help you with the grieving process. So, I guess, saying thanks and not, as long as you don't want to like reveal that, you don't believe, I would probably just, acknowledge, their advice and everything like that. And then, thank them for the kind thoughts is kind of how I would do it. But there are several, and I don't know if you know, but there are several organizations out there that help with this kind of thing, specifically Grief Beyond Belief. That's a good organization to look into. Another one would be Recovering from Religion Foundation. That's another good foundation out there to help. They have a lot of like counselors and stuff. So it's, you can find whatever kind of help to help you grieve and to help you work through that. That you need. I know I've used these services that these organizations provide for my own mental health, and so I can definitely speak to their efficacy, I guess. And so I would suggest looking up those organizations and seeing what help you can get from there as far as helping to grieve in a good, healthy way. And I also want to say that I'm so sorry for your loss. I hate that you lost your father that way. And I wish there was something that I could do to help other than the words that Kelly and I are giving you right now.
Thank you very much. I very appreciate it. I've heard of the Recovering from Religion people. They seem very fantastic. What was the other one you said? Grief
Beyond Belief.
And another one, too, if you're looking for a therapist or a counselor to talk to, would be the Secular Therapy Project. And Recovering from Religion is wonderful. There's just so many great people over there. When I first started doing atheist activism like 5 years ago, that's actually where I started out at. I was working as an online counselor over there. So there's a lot of great people there. I thoroughly recommend RFR.
Okay.
All right. Were there any other questions that you had for us?
That was pretty much it, man. It's one of those weird feelings, you feel like you're lost, you don't know who to turn to. So I've been a pretty big listener for a couple of years, and I was like, well, been nervous to call in, but you guys always seem to have the answers to most things. So.
Well, I'm glad you did call in. I really am. And I want to encourage you to call back, check in with us, and let us know how you're doing, and make that how you're progressing.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to hear about any updates.
Well, it's my last year of engineering school, so just trying to get that finished out.
Hey, and engineering. The last year of engineering school can be hectic, man. So I mean, good luck with that. I'm glad that I don't have to go through that again. All right, Kate. I hope you have a great night, and I guess we'll talk to you later. Okay.